A giant boulder impedes the path. You stop, unable to go any farther. But when you turn around, who do you see but the Ivory Order trio? In a flash, you draw your weapons, but Hedwyn calls out, "Wait." Unlike the other times you've crossed paths, the trio doesn't seem keen on fighting you. You lower your weapons in response. Conveniently, you've got some questions for them anyway. You demand to know if what Sel foretold you about this island and the village of the sick is true. There's no reason to hide it any longer, begins Hedwyn. He tells you of the immense fortune the Order amassed by selling the medicine they forced the dragon to make on this island. And he confirms recapturing the dragon was the Order's true goal. The dragon's imprisonment on this island was a secret only the upper echelons of the Order were privy to. Even Queen Nilla didn't know. You ask where Sherwin disappeared to after he killed the dragon atop the volcano. We too seek Sherwin, says Winifred. Atop the volcano, Sherwin swore to destroy that place. Hedwyn says he was talking about the mausoleum. Winifred ponders the question of why Sherwin would betray the Order and kill the dragon. Alas, we cannot get to the mausoleum with this in our way, Hedwyn says, gesturing to the giant boulder. Upon closer examination of the boulder, you see fissures spidering along its surface. Perhaps it was weakened by the earthquake caused by the volcano erupting. With the right approach, you might be able to force your way through after all. You ask Bruno to put his brawn to use and smash the boulder to smithereens. He squares off in front of the giant stone and strikes the fissure with a mighty knife-edged chop. Silence rings for a moment before the boulder crumbles to dust. The Ivory Order trio offers a curt thanks before hurrying on ahead. The jerks. Watch out, your friends cry, as something comes hurtling straight at your face. You keep your cool. Your friends gasp as you catch whatever it is before it clobbers you. Congrats. You spot a sign standing prominently on the cape. This sign reads, "Strike the Stela somewhere on this island." Oh yeah? What will happen if you do, you wonder? You won't be able to climb that mountain. You come across two men sitting on a rock. They take no notice of you or the party, but you can hear their fervent discussion. You listen in and deduce that they are a pair of thieves. You lean in, trying to hear what else the thieves are talking about. You stashed the goods away. That island shaped like a... right in the dragon's nostril. It sounds like they've just told you where to find their stolen loot. The dragon's nostril? You cock your head in disbelief, but just manage to maintain your concentration. Your perseverance pays off. You come to learn that the island itself is shaped not unlike the dragon's head. You hastily grab a scrap of paper, write down what you've heard, and quietly sneak away. Congrats. discover a fine fishing spot. Some boughs perfect for fishing rods lie on the ground nearby. Go fishing? You decide to fish a while with your companions. You craft a simple rod, attach a piece of bait, and cast your line in the water. As you wait for a bite, all your companions' rods bend at once. They simultaneously struggle to pull their catches from the water. You decide to put your unresponsive rod down and help someone else with theirs. The fishing line trembles slightly. You won't let it get away, even if it is a small fry. With a unified tug, a small fish comes soaring out of the water. Riddis beams brightly. How cute. Just then, a passing nutritionist asks if he can have it. Riddis happily agrees and receives 500 gold pieces in return. Riddis watches the nutritionist walk away with a smile. "Take care, little fishy," she shouts, blissfully unaware of its fate. Found a stela. You try gently knocking on it, as if to test its solidity. You swear you feel a rumble coming from the east. A stela stands before you. Wasn't this a sign just a moment ago? Great. Now you're seeing things. There's a message engraved on the stela. It reads, "Those who would cross must strike me true." You see another island across the sea. Why striking a stela would allow you to cross, you haven't a clue. You give the stela a solid thwack. Not a moment later, the entire party begins to levitate. Before you know it, the strange power delivers everyone safely to the far island. Without warning, an old man leaps from the underbrush. "My replacement," he screeches. He sidles up to you. "Mind living on this here island in my stead?" he offers cloyingly. "Ew, no," you sneer. "Then by force it is," he shouts, leaping toward you. Nice work. You did great. This island is cursed, the hermit explains, and he along with it, doomed to spend eternity here unless he finds someone to take his place. Defeated, the old hermit sinks wordlessly to his knees. A lone tear tumbles down his weathered cheek. Monsters suddenly appear from who knows where. They surround the dejected old man and let out bitter cries of lament. "Come to console me, have you?" he says sweetly, petting each of them gently. He quietly nods, rises to his feet, and makes his way to you. The island gets as lonely as I do. Someone's got to keep her company. "You had better leave," the hermit says softly, handing you a garment that glows with an almost divine light. You feel yourself begin to levitate once more. Has he chosen to remain on the island after all? Is that what this is about? The party finds themselves back on the cape. The stela that once rose from the sand is nowhere to be found. You turn your gaze toward the hazy, solitary island in the distance. "Farewell," you say quietly into the wind.